Welcome students. So this is the first lecture session on operations management. So operations management is basically the process of creating goods and services from a raw material, or we can say the transformation of raw material or inputs into outputs in the form of goods and services. So in this lecture session we will study the objectives of this operations management, followed by the system, what is the management system, scope, importance and its relations with other departments, and what are the functions of operations manager. Operations management, it's a combination of two words, that is operations plus management. It involves planning, organizing, managing, controlling, and supervising the production and manufacturing processes. So we can say that OM is a core management activity which involves transformation or conversion of input into output. Output in the form of goods and services. So the raw materials are successfully converted into finished products. Management plays a vital role in running any business or project successfully. The main aims or objectives of operations management are customer service. It means that its main goal is to utilize the resources of the organization to create such products or services that satisfy the needs or the demands of the consumers, and by providing a right thing at right price at right time and at right place to the consumer. Second is resource utilization, to make the best possible use of organization's resources to satisfy the needs or the demands of the consumer is the main objective, second main objective of operations management. This diagram explains the operations management system, which converts the input into goods and services by adding value to it. So we can say that the inputs like labor, materials, raw materials, capital, information, then technology and energy are, are used together and transformed or converted into goods and services under controlled set of conditions. So operations management system also helps the business organization in taking decisions regarding organizational uh, profits, survival and growth, along with coordination between all the departments. So it also analyzes the product problems, then develop the forecast or new plans for new products and other projects. These are five P's of operations management, which are also known as the vital components or elements of operations management system. Number one is plant. So plant is a location or a factory where all the activities related to project take takes place, or we can say from where the project or the factory operates. Second is people, that is our workforce. Then is parts, it includes various components or various spare parts that are required for converting the input of raw materials into output. Then is the process, it includes the technology, methods, then various tools and the machines involved. And last is planning and control. This last P includes the management information system, which helps in production and planning and control of this whole system. So these five P's are very important for a successful running of an operations management system. As we know that operations management is a coordination of all the departments. So its scope or nature is very wide, as it covers the whole business organization. So first one is forecasting. So forecasting is the process of anticipating the future. The operations manager has to forecast about customers' demand in advance, so that according to the demand, production process can be carried out. Second is the capacity planning. So capacity is also important issue for manufacturing as well as service organization. So it means maximum production rate of an organization, and this it is related to the demand of a particular product. So here estimate of present capacity, forecast of future capacity, identify the resources to meet the future capacity needs are to be looked after in this capacity planning. Then is scheduling. So scheduling problem involves the allocation of various tasks and services and materials in order to obtain the desired result, or we can say in order to convert the inputs into outputs. Next comes the quality and control, that is an important one. So quality stands for the standardization, or the we can say the characteristics of the product that is required or that is to be produced. So it depends upon the raw material also. So various quality control techniques are used to maintain high quality standards. Then is the inventory management. So it is, we can say, the vital or a core management operations management activity. It's concerned with the coordination of all the activities which are involved, right from the purchase of raw materials and then the manufacturing process until it reaches the end user in the form of finished goods, we can say. So the various processes like planning, directing, controlling and coordinating is required for a proper inventory management system. Then comes the production planning and control. So production planning and control is important for every organization, whether it's a small or a large organization. So formulation, coordination and control of various manufacturing activities starting from input process till getting the output is important in this stage. So it also determines the magnitude of various input factors to manufacture the output as per our requirements. Then is the plant location. So this we have already said that location of a plant is very important for a successful running of a project or a business. So it depends upon the proper location where transport facility, easy availability of raw material should be there, labor should be easily available. Then is the plant layout, which refers to the physical arrangement of various machines and other resources which are required for production, or we can say which are required for transformation of raw materials into finished goods. Then is the operations research. So it's a technique which helps in providing solution to various problems. So it includes like we have studied in the first semester of MBA, assignment, transportation and network techniques like PERT and CPM. So these are very important for successful operations management. And last is supply chain management. So supply chain management is the management of all the aspects of providing goods to the consumer, starting from raw material to production and distribution to the final consumer. So these are the various scope of operations management which involves coordination of various departments. Importance of operations management. Number one, better coordination. So operations management helps in improving the coordination between various departments of a business organization, or we can say the coordination between various factors of production like labor, land, technology or capital is improved by operations management. Second is removing inefficiency. We know that the main reason for business failures is due to the inefficiency in its operating or operations. So, a successful operations management system helps the business organization to remove or to identify the inefficiency in its operations, which can be eliminated. Then is the wastage reduction. So by following best methods in converting or transforming the raw material into goods and services, the wastages can be reduced or eliminated. Next comes the operations management helps in improving the customer relations. So every activity in operations management is committed towards producing and delivering the product or a service to a consumer at a right place, at a right time, and at a right price. So this enables a better relation between the customer and the business organizations. Then is the value creation. So it is the performance of actions that increase the worth of goods or services of any business. So it creates, so OM helps in creating value addition. So this also help in improving the image of your business organization. And the last one is improve productivity. So productivity is basically the balance between all the factors of production. So due to the rise in competition or rise in demand of the consumers, the operations management work for improving the productivity, which will lead to rise in profits with a rise in sales of the products. So these are the importance of operations management, or we can say these are the basic aims or objectives of operations management. As we know that for every successful business, the coordination between various activities or various departments is very important. So operations management helps in creating a cross-functional coordination between different departments of the organization. So as shown in this figure, every activity from production to providing the customer service or sales or after sales services is connected to marketing. Then accounting provides operations performance feedback, and finance influences the investment made by the business organization at the time of setting any plant, or we can say during the process of conversion of inputs into outputs or finished goods. Then in human source management, recruitment, selections, and training of workforce is done. So this proper coordination, or we can say that cross-functional coordination, helps in running a business successfully. So now we come to the last slide, which is the responsibilities or the role of operations manager, which manages the operations management system. So these are very simple and very easy to remember, as these are based on the scope and the objectives of operations management. So manager makes short-term and long-term decisions, or takes short-term and long-term decisions related to plant locations or project locations. Then comes the purchase of production equipments and raw materials, followed by the capacity planning, then supply chain management, which includes the distribution or the getting of raw materials. Then comes the inventory management, which is related to the storage or warehousing. Then is production planning and control, that is a control of transformation of inputs into the outputs, followed by the scheduling and logistic management. So I have discussed this in very short, as in next coming lecture session we will be focusing on these functions or responsibilities of operations manager. So this was all for the first lecture session on operations management. Thank you.